started alerting people, calling people, because I told him my own line was gone off. So that was it. And as I sat there, he also sat there, the AIG, waiting. And there was a man at the door to prevent other people from coming, and he was pointing his AK-47 rifle on my table, on me at the table. You know? And I remember on another occasion the intercom rang, and I tried to pick it up. It was my secretary, and that one bellowed. The AIG had gone outside to look around or something and come in. That one bellowed, "Oh, guy, if you pick that phone again, you are dead." So I sat like that from about 11 o'clock till about 2:45. So at that time, that the door opened, and I saw the clerk of the House of Assembly. He was my teacher at St. John's Secondary School along, in my secondary school days. So I met him again as a civil servant, and of course I showed him that respect I said. So he came in, his face was big, bloated. And immediately he came, the AIG jumped up and said, "Okay, is the paper ready?" He said yes. He took the paper.
Invariably they were beating him.
Sorry?
They may have beaten him.
I don't know, but he came from the house, I think, puffy, maybe he was crying. I don't know. With red eye and everything. He's like a member to me, so I think that was what has happened to him.
So he took the paper?
So the man took the paper and served me one and took one. So I read. It was the resolution of the House of Assembly accepting my resignation and asking for the deputy governor to be sworn in conformity with section 181 or so, where governor resigns or dies or incapacitated. So when I read it, as a matter of fact, it made me angry. I was very polite and very civil with the man, but when I read this, I discovered why he was there. And I felt that he had breached his oath of office. So after reading it, I asked him point blank. I didn't fear death. I didn't fear gone. I said, "Is that why you're here?" And before he could answer, I said, "Will you walk out from here?" I ordered him out. And I told him I was still the governor of this state. If this paper is why you're here, I'm still the governor of this state. And you must take instructions from me, the chief security officer of this state. Get out from my office. And that was it.
And he left?
No, he was staggered and confused too. So I started packing my bags, my files, and put them in my bag. And I said, "Okay, if that's why you're here, you want to take this office, take it. I'm going." He said, "No, you should come back. Come and hand over to..." I said, "Who are you? Why should I hand over to you?" "Policeman." So I carried my bag by myself, put it on my shoulder, and started going out. And he sat there looking at me. After a while, he started following me. And I came out. The one with AK-47 was trying to block the way. I said, "My friend, get out from here. I'm going home. I think you said I'm not governor, so go and take the governor's office." So I walked out. And when I came, they had folded the flag of state and flag of everything on my official car, and I called up my private forces. That forces I used in going for swearing in. It comes to me every time. So I tried to enter they started blocking me. So then I noticed that all the staff in the government house were locked in their offices because they were peeping out from the windows to see what was happening. They locked them in their various offices. So when I started shouting at that compound and telling the man off, the workers started shouting too and calling them names. And the police has surrounded the whole of the government house, including the gates. So the AIG said I should not leave, that he has instruction to take me to my village. Of course, I got angry again. I shouted at him. I said, who told you I want to go to my village? If I've ceased to be governor, as you claim, I'm a free man. I can go anywhere I want. I want to go to Lagos. My family is in Lagos. Of course, at that time he had become weak in his assertions. But he said he would put an orderly to take me to wherever I'm going. And so put one DSP, 3-star. And then I was at the back, and then my driver, my personal driver. He wasn't even on government payroll at the
Where
time.
were your orderlies?
Oh, they have all disappeared. They have all disappeared. You know, police is like dog. They obey to the last command. You might have 20 of them. You don't see them on just one instruction. So they're all gone. From my ADC to my CSO to everybody. And unfortunately, my CSO was also police. So on the way, I told
It was just you and this?
Yes, with a heavy truck filled with mobile policemen following us. And of course, those who surrounded the government house were still there. They're taking positions there. Then on the way, I told my driver to detour to the hotel. The AIG was following us. And after a while, after we passed a place called Aroma Junction in Oka, he detoured to go to the State House of Assembly, at least maybe to tell them that the job had been done, job accomplished. And we detoured and got to the hotel, Choice Hotel, and the truck followed us. When we got there, some mobile men came down and into the compound. I went to my own block because I had a floor in that hotel. The proprietor constructed a new block, and it happened to have 4 rooms on the floor with a small hall, and I was using it as my residence, pending when they finished renovation of the governor's lodge. So I got there and I wanted to go up with my PA, who was also following and who had run into the hotel too with me. They said no, that I'm the only one who will go up with them. So I said no, I won't go up with you. My PA has to follow me to pack my things. They refused, and I refused. You see that my controversy name? Mm-hmm. We had a controversy there.
Right there?
Yeah, right there. And I said no. And they cocked their guns. I said, well, you can shoot, but I can't go with you alone without a third party on my own side. Third party must come from my side. And this is the man, and he has to come and do the packing and bring down the suitcase. In any case, when they continued the argument, I found out that a thought flashed in my mind, and I said, why are you following them? So when they finally buckled, I said, okay, he can go with you, let us all go. I said, no, I'm not going anywhere again. He said, eh? I said, yes, I'm not going anywhere again. So by that time, my staff members were coming. I saw my chief press secretary from a distance, because they were all blocked from coming into the area of my own block of flats. So I started gathering strength. I started seeing some faces who were not the people who took me hostage. So I said I wasn't going again. They said, why do you say you are not going again? I said, because this is the hotel where I'm domiciled, and I don't need to leave it. I want to stay here, even having finished to be governor. They said, but you say you were going to go to your village and we agreed with you. I said, no, it is you people who said that. So I drew a chair, a plastic chair from one end of the compound there and sat down. And that was how the drama started again. It is, the test standard of the drama. And as I sat there, I saw a traditional ruler who is my friend. We quarreled politically because he went and worked for APGA in the election. So APGA took me to court. So since I won the election, or I was sworn in, he doesn't talk to me, he doesn't come near me, and that was my first time of seeing him. Igwe Anuku of Mboku. So he walked past, even though I was his political enemy. I was a personal friend still. So he walked past the first time, and I saw him look at us with the side of his eye, and then passed, and then came back a second time to get a closer view. So on his third movement along the corridor, overlooking the courtyard where we were staying and arguing with these police people, he saw me, and he came down and from a distance spoke in Igbo, Ogene, what is going on here? I said, well, I'm here, I'm under house arrest, and the people say I'm no longer governor. He did his face like this.